Hey, what's going on, everyone? Vega here for Serpent X Tech. Welcome back to another episode of Caffeine and Crypto. I'm your host, Vega, and we drink some coffee or energy drink or tea or whatever you like as we go over this week's crypto news. Need to check on my babies, though. Babies acting up. See what they're doing. I think the temperature, because it's on perpetual tune, we're looking at Bitcoin miners, in case you don't know what those are. These are ASICs. I'm using the Epic blockchain control board to manage them. But as it gets colder at night, the perpetual tune will make some adjustments because the temperature drops for the liquid, obviously, because the radiator is outside. Consistently sitting around 153 terahash, but as it warms up, which is what we're doing right now in the morning here in Florida, obviously the temperature creates that difference, and so it adjusts even further, right? Trying to keep the miner as efficient as possible. If you look in the upper right and get out of your way, 22.8 joules per terahash. That could be a lot better. This one's doing really bad. That's why I wanted to check it. There we go, 22.3 joules per terahash. So she's tuning herself. We could see a crazy spike back here. We actually spiked up to 352 terahash. One time I saw 800 terahash. I was like, yeah, right. Not on the S19K Pros. But yeah, got some news to go over, right? We got I guess you could say the SEC closing the Ripple case. We got a major move possibly incoming for Bitcoin. Even though you may not like Ripple, and XRP, yeah, like very, very small bag of it. The victories they've been getting throughout the tenure of crypto has been positive for the overall crypto market. So that's good. We'll see how things go. $20 XRP in the future. We'll see. SEC rules, pushed a lot of people away, a lot of companies away. Will their changes bring some companies back? It'd be good to see that. Bitcoin, Doge mining, or proof of work mining overall is in the clear after SEC says crypto mining doesn't violate the securities law. Woo! Yeah, baby. Now if we could just get the taxes on crypto mining, be a little bit more understanding of how that really works and adjust that accordingly, I believe that we shouldn't have to worry about it until we convert those assets we mine into another asset or into a stable coin, or withdraw it, or push it to a centralized entity to withdraw it or convert it to the US dollar. That's when we should get hit with the taxes. Trying to tax us on every single transaction that comes into a wallet is stupid, but I understand, especially if I'm holding it and that whole first in first out. But we'll see how the rules shake up. But yeah, I just want to check on my babies real quick. They're doing good. You might hear me sounding a little bit meh. I don't know, man. I woke up this morning. Up here was congested. It is very much into the allergy season right here in Florida. The trees are just dumping. It goes hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, and the trees are just like, I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna dump my pollen. Just make your car's yellow now. I'm sorry. You want a new paint job? No? Oh, well, too bad. So the back of my head and the front of my head is just so I apologize if I sound a little bit on the weather. I am trying to get back up to 100% for this. Right? 3 days, 21 hours, 53 minutes. We have Mining Disrupt 2025. I'm very excited to see the gang there. See many of you. If you haven't got your tickets already, you should have gotten them a while ago. But you can still save some money. Link is down in the description if you haven't checked that out. But that will be on YouTube. I know I'm streaming on X and Twitch. There shouldn't be any links in that description, but links on YouTube if you're interested. But yeah, Bitcoin around 84.5K, Ethereum right underneath 2K, right? It did touch above it over this past week. Not going to be too entertaining, so if it's only one of you watching, cool. If there's 2 of you watching, great. If there's 5 of you watching, what's up, bro? Like, I am not caring right now. I got shit to do. I got to get ready for Mind Disrupt, and this, whatever this is, it ain't doing me right, man. So I'm going to drink my coffee, and I'm going to talk and ramble to the camera. If you don't like that crap, go on to the next video. Thank you very much. But yeah, Ethereum touched above 2K. BNB still holding above 600. And then Solana right underneath 130. So we had a few coins climb back up to where they usually are, and then come right back down. Bitcoin dominance, as you can see, still near to 60% or 59.8. Fell out of this range, right? So in this area right here, we fell out of it, and now it's kind of holding us back. And I would definitely say at 78K, we have some serious support, which could turn resistance if we fall below it, right? You can see how many times we touched on it just in this short-term window, what we're looking at right now. But if we zoom out, we touched it many times. I know that sounds very dirty. We touched it many times. Get your head out of the gutter. But yeah, so we're hitting this wall right now, which seems to be, depending on the angle that we're attacking here, the angle of attack. You know, March 14th, it was around 84, right around at the bottom of 84. On the 19th, it was at 86. Excuse me. Yeah, they're all 86. So the 14th, it was like almost 86, like 85K, 85.9K. On the 19th, it was 86, almost 87. And on the 20th, kind of the same thing, right? So now our target is to get into not only get into the 86, but get above 87 and try to use this as our support or trampoline to bounce up and out. That should be our goal. But we'll see how things pan out. You can see, though, again, we printed that 2 dots of line. We started to go up, but now we're starting to be pushed back down because we're hitting that resistance. Bitcoin price watch. Tight range signals a major move incoming. We've been in a tight range for quite a while. We've been moving and chopping sideways for quite some time. I know a lot of people are getting bored, but, as I echo through my coffee cup, mic check, everybody was complaining about being bored. So what happened, right? Everybody was bored. February 22nd, it was like, haha, gotcha, bitch. Fall down to 27th. Back up in March. Fall down again. Come up a little bit. Retrace back down. Healthy retracement is always good, but if you complain that Bitcoin's being boring, it will do something, and then you're going to be pissed off that it did something. So you can't have it both ways. They say Burger King. Are you selling your hardware like all the other YouTubers? So I did sell. I'm going to go ahead and bring you in close here so we can get eye to eye for you. I did sell some hardware, but no. I still got all 3 of my GPU rigs. Like the Caspa KS0 Ultra, I sold that. Actually got scammed, right? The eBay person bought it and then claimed it was DOA, but then proceeded to take a picture of it working on his computer screen. It's DOA. Then why are you logged into it, idiot? So he clearly doesn't know how to use it. But he pissed me off, so I was like, you know what, fucking keep it. Whatever, dude. Now I got another one with a 9600K, right? Working CPU, but the only reason I sold that is because the motherboard got hit by lightning, or lightning went through stuff into the motherboard. Motherboard's done. Sold it for parts only. And the 9600K worked. But now that person's claiming it took too long, so I bought another CPU. Well, why'd you buy another CPU if you already bought one? No, like, read the description. Like, it says, as is, no refunds. So I'm battling that. I hate eBay. I absolutely hate eBay. But yes, I am selling some hardware because I am trying to consolidate. Right now, it's cooler temperatures in Florida. Right? Some of my other guys up north in Canada, they have the thermal headroom to hang on to their hardware. Here in Florida, I do not. It gets too hot. And then if all my machines are producing all this heat, now my AC is running double time. Now my electric bill is over $1,000, guys, every single month. $1,200, $1,300. It's like my wife hates me. She loves me. She loves me. But the point is the cost of electricity is going up. I can see why some of them are doing it. I'm just chilling, right? So I'm turning on stuff during less peaky hours, right? The cost of electricity is higher at a certain time of day or certain range. So I'm turning stuff off, kicking it back on. There's some ways to automate that. Maybe we'll do a video in the future. But things are so booked up right now. Bear with me. But yeah, small scale miners, right? Like now Red Panda's doing a lot of videos on it, right? The BitX, the nerd miners, stuff like that. We've been talking about that on the channel for quite some time. I love these small scale miners, and yes, they can. There's a very, very, very minute chance that you might get a Bitcoin block, but they cost very little electricity, and they're fun to play with. Okay, I'm sorry, they're fun to play with. If you like to tinker, the Nerd Axe, the Bit Axe, those type of miners are cool. The Cannon miners are very good, but there's not much headroom. You can't do much with them. Like the Mini 3 is sitting out back, keeping, what the wife wants to go out back on the back porch, which is not a good spot here in humid Florida with pollen falling down every 2 seconds. But the Canon Mini is sitting near her on the back porch, so she stays warm during the cool mornings. Now during the summer, that's where we're going to see how hot that sucker gets, but it's running strong. The Nano's running strong. One of my Bit Axes straight up died. I haven't recorded a video about that, but yeah, I'm not selling my hardware to just like get rid of everything. I'm selling certain hardware because the cost to keep it, the cost to run it, comparative to the cost to maintain my household, my temperature, and my electric is outweighed. So I'm trying to make more things. I'm trying to cut back, make things more efficient. Back to Bitcoin. On the 1 hour chart, Bitcoin exhibiting a tight trading band between 83K and 84.5, showing signs of accumulation, with a series of higher lows after rebounding from 83.142. Entry points for aggressive scalpers are forming between 83.5 and 84, with the suggested exits around 85 and 85.5. However, low trading volume in recent sessions, right? Low trading volume, because we're going to have a supply shock if we aren't having one already. In recent sessions underscores the need for caution, as many moves lack momentum or confirmation. A conservative long entry would ideally be placed above 84.8 mark, contingent upon a stronger volume confirmation to justify the upward extension. From the 4 hour perspective, Bitcoin has stabilized after a short-term bounce off the 81.1. The asset is currently locked in consolidation channel between 83 and 84.5, with resistance seen near 85. The recent bullish push that began on March 19th and 20th has so far failed to produce a clean breakout, which it has, suggesting that an upward move remains tentative. A breakout above 84.8 or 85 could initiate a climb toward 87, whereas the failure to hold above 83 could reverse momentum and trigger a test of the 81K support zone. I think 78 is very much in the cards, right? So here's 78, right? The very bottom of 78, top of 77. That drop is not far whatsoever if we were to fall from where we are. And by the way, this is on the daily, and I want to call out something to you all. But let's say 78, that's right around a 7% drop, right? Certainly within possible. But look how small this daily wick is right here. This daily wick is so small. So there's not a lot of volume. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt, right? People are wanting to take a backseat and see what the hell is going on, how things are going to pan out. The tariffs, the trade wars, whatever you want to call it. So people are chilling, and I don't blame them. The daily chart analyst indicates a larger pattern of consolidation just below the 85K level, following a steep decline to 76.6. While the initial selling volume was aggressive, recent candles showed subdued participation and indecision. Critical resistance is located at 86.5, and a successful break above this level with rising volume could validate a bullish reversal aiming for the 90K area. The range between 88 and 90K represents a favorable profit-taking target, while bullish retest of 82K may offer a safer long position for risk-conscious traders. So everybody's expecting a move, okay? If we push up, there's that wall that we're going to hit. All right, people were saying, there's a wall around 85, 5, 86. 87 is where I want to get above for sure. But with the lack of trading volume, there are some concerns that we're not going to have the springboard to push up. But as we've seen with Bitcoin, I dropped 0.4 frames right now. OBS is telling me. Let me know how you guys are doing. But with the all it would take is some fantastical event to spur the public. You know, retail comes running in, big boy traders back them up, and we push back to 90K, 92, 94. I would love to get back into the 100K range. I do believe we will do that. I think April is going to be a greener month, but right now there's just a lot of uncertainty and doubt, man. That's just it, plain and simple. All right, if we switch over to the monthly, like March has not been good to us so far. February was very bad for us, and usually that's a green candle. So February, March is doing the opposite of what historically it does or used to. So will April be the decider? Hey, we're going to go back to 100K. We're going to start working towards a new all-time high. That's what I want to see. I want to see confirmation. Like, this retracement's good. It's healthy. I love it. You know, dollar cost average. Don't overextend yourself. Don't sell the cat, the kitchen. You're left not to try to buy Bitcoin if you don't have the funds to do so. But keep your head down. Accumulate as much as you can, whether it's through mining or dollar cost averaging. And I think the end of 2025, you'll be a lot happier. Now, that could turn into Q2 2026. Because now my verdict is being pushed back. Right? And this has been a constant, ever-changing situation since we made a new all-time high prior to the Bitcoin halving, because that was not what's supposed to happen. That's not what we were expecting. So things have changed. The environment has changed. The landscape has changed. Nobody on the internet can give you a definitive answer. So anybody telling you get into this coin because it's going to moon rocket, you're going to be a millionaire, fuck that. They're just trying to take your bags, and I'm tired of seeing all these meme coins trying to take your bags. So be smart. Focus on the top tier tokens and stop playing around with meme coins. Bitcoin rally incoming. M2 money supply rebound signals big move ahead. According to the X post by crypto analyst Master Crypto, a rebound of global M2 money supply holds the potential to reignite Bitcoin's momentum or bullish momentum. Analysts explain that the M2, a leading indicator, often predicts the significant shifts in Bitcoin's price trajectory. For the uninitiated, M2 money supply is a measure of the total money circulating in the economy, including cash, checking deposits, savings account, and other liquid assets. It's a key indicator of liquidity, influence inflation, economic growth, and financial markets, including emerging assets like Bitcoin. Master Crypto noted that historically, M2 movements tend to predict Bitcoin's price momentum with a 70-day lag. Recently, as M2 began to rebound before BTC, it now fully recovered and is poised to hit new peaks, suggesting BTC might do the same. Analysts have insights on why this upcoming BTC rally could surpass all previous ones. Fellow analyst James echoed these views, highlighting that BTC may experience another price rally after a brief period of dip and consolidation. Crypto analysis, the M2 guy, analyst, provided further insight, suggesting that if the 7-day lags holds, BTC's next rally could start around March 24th. Right now, we're on the 22nd. He added that the alternative scenario, based on the 107-day day lag, points to April 30th as the potential breakout date. I'm hoping April would be a greener month. There's no guarantee, but all the indicators are there. All the fundamentals are sound. Everything is looking good. We're having the most positive news we have ever had in crypto overall. When is blast off? Like, we're sitting in a ship, ready to go. When the hell is blast off? Like, let us go. Let's go. But hang tight. Chill out. I think some of I'm not sure about all the crypto YouTubers, but stay tuned for a pretty cool video coming in the second week of April, maybe the third week of April on the YouTube channel. From your favorite content creators. I don't want to say much, but I'm working on something, so stay tuned. But yeah, I mean, like, the M2 money supply, the positive momentum from DJT's office. and the administration, the crypto czar. Like, everything is there. We're ripe. We're ready. We're good to go. Somebody just light the candle or the wick. Moving on, crypto's long battle with the SEC comes to a close with Ripple's victory. Ripple said this week that the SEC has officially dropped its 4-year-old lawsuit against the company. The announcement ends a long-term battle between the regulator and the crypto industry. President DJT has spent his first 2 months in office paying the crypto industry back for after its leading players helped fund his 2024 campaign. Let's see here. Anybody there? You guys there? What's up? Live chat's dead, bro. What's up? Good morning to you. Caps Lock got you. You good? Yeah? This is why I like Mind Disrupt or any crypto convention, because I could talk to you guys. I could see your face. I can have an actual conversation. But if you're on X, by the way, what's up, bro? Sis, you good? Anyways, cool. It's good for the crypto industry overall. Don't really care about Ripple. Don't really care about XRP. But it's good. Okay? It's good. Ripple announced that the SEC officially dropped the 4-year-old blah, blah, blah. The lawsuit filed on Jay Clayton's last day, the SEC chair accused Ripple of raising $1.3 billion through the sale of XRP token without registering it as a security. Crypto companies exchanges like Coinbase, Kraken, Robinhood, Binance, and OpenSea all previously saw lawsuits or investigations drop, resolved, or put on hold. Ripple is not taking a victory lap yet. However, they do say, who says this? Chief Legal Officer Stewart says Ripple stands alone as the company that fought back and won on the essential legal questions during a major event in the SEC's plans to destroy crypto in the U.S. through enforcement. The SEC has now abandoned an appeal in our case. In a fitting irony, Ripple was the first major case they brought and will now be the last one they walk away from. Now, he does say here, Ripple stands alone as the company that fought back. They don't stand alone, right? Coinbase, Brian Armstrong's Coinbase was reaching out to people that utilize Coinbase. They created a Stand With Us group. They constantly send out updates. Reach out to your congressman, your legislator, whatever it is. And they did support Ripple. So they didn't stand alone. The community at large did help Ripple. So they didn't stand alone. Yes, the case was brought against them alone, and every other case was separate, but they didn't stand alone. They got a lot of help, even from people that don't care about Ripple or XRP. So they didn't stand alone as the company that fought back, and many other companies have fought back. So be careful what you say there, Ripple. Like, you're already pissing off much of the community, especially the Bitcoin maxis, with trying to make your token the digital reserve asset or be in the bag with Bitcoin or get a majority share along with Bitcoin. Like, you're already pissing people off. Just chill out. Keep focusing on what you're doing with the banks and all that good stuff. But be careful who you poke. We know when XRP was created, blah, blah, blah. Price jump, blah, blah, blah. Ripple spent about $150 million battling the government in a bruising legal standoff with the former SEC chair Gary Gensler, who approached the crypto, was widely hostile. And the federal judge ruled that XRP is not necessarily a security on its face, undercutting the foundation of the SEC. The win wasn't just a turning point for Ripple. It signaled the crypto industry that the tide was turning and built momentum for the movement that helped return DJT, a former crypto critic. I want everybody to remember that, a former crypto critic, which many people were, to the White House. So yeah, new leadership, SEC dropping stuff, things are changing around, the poise, the stance, right? They had that table meeting, which some colleagues of ours were supposed to be at that table meeting. They declined or couldn't make it, but it's pretty cool that they're being involved in the conversation. Now, I know not every single one of us can have a seat at the table when it comes to these gentlemen, right? But as long as we got somebody in there with a hand on the steering wheel, I feel a bit safer, right? Because I definitely don't want moonbag daddies in there trying to pump their shit. The whole point of blockchain and crypto, like Satoshi's vision for Bitcoin blockchain technology is ultimately what I foresee for the world, period. So when you have people in there, moonbag daddies going in there trying to pump their shit and their token and their agenda, instead of blockchain technology can have life and world-changing impacts and implications, then step aside, bro, because you ain't doing right. XRP price will hit $20, says a Bitcoin advocate. I don't know about that. Let's go look at XRP. Maybe it could. Let's see here. So USD. So Bitstamp might be the biggest one. Let's zoom out real quick. We're on the daily. And look at how long XRP was down here, guys. Like, look at how long XRP was down here. Right? And it goes even further back. Right? It's loading. Where's the dinosaur at? There's a dinosaur. Right? So this goes all the way back to 2013. So XRP is an OG. And, this thing was what? 1 cent? Less than 1 cent way back here. And look at this. Your 2017 pump was the previous all-time high of about $3.30-something. And then we got really close. We actually surpassed it. $3.40, the most recent all-time high. But you have plenty of opportunity here. From here to here. 968 days. To get XRP below 50 cents. And then from here to here to get XRP below 70 cents. I can see why it was attractive. I can see why people were going into it. Rizzo says they thought XRP would pump harder. I thought it would too. It's not bad, right? So this week, the previous week, the 10th is the start. We moved up overall about 30%, but then we retraced 7%, 7.5%. So could it hit the $20 mark that they're talking about? So let's crush this in. A 20% move from where Ripple is right now is a 766%. That's crazy. Maybe $5, $7, but $20. I mean, what's the time frame we're talking about here? Recent video, cryptocurrency, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. Coin market cap, 33%. ETF rumors, yep, 80% chance of approval according to Polymarket data. By the way, does Polymarket have like the Dogecoin in the Solana one? But yeah, I mean, yeah, the ETFs will definitely pump the price, but $20 maybe in the long term, but I don't think that's going to happen like in the near term. Like maybe 2027, 2028, $20 XRP. In the short term, I'm looking $5 to $7 XRP like this year. So I don't know. You let me know what your thoughts are on X, Twitch, YouTube, wherever you are. Will new U.S. SEC rules bring back crypto companies onshore? I don't know. I hope so, because too many, like Bittrex and all that stuff, and I actually used Bittrex a lot in the early days of crypto. I think they had some issues. I'm not sure if they had some shady practices or they got hacked or whatever, but every crypto exchange has some shitty situation that affects them, and then they get a bad rep and yada yada. But Bittrex I use, right? Zcash. Anybody mine Zcash back in the day? How many y'all were around mining Litecoin and Zcash in the early days? Be honest here, because a lot of people claim that they're from the OG days, but they're really not. I'm talking old school. Can't mine Bitcoin as much as you want to because the price has gone up. The hardware needed to mine Bitcoin has gone up. You weren't as early as BBT. It's late 2013, 2014. So you're looking at other assets, whether that's script mining or Zcash. Bittrex was utilized for some of that. No lie. So it was really good time frame there. I mean, I still have like a very, very small bag of my Zcash left, but I did take advantage because if you look, I think Zcash is, I mean, a lot of people would say it's dead, right? Let's go to Binance real quick. Let's zoom way out. Yeah. It's not dead, right? So this thing started back, this chart, actually, that's the wrong, we need USD. Maybe Bitfinex will have it all the way back to the beginning. Let's see here. Ooh, smack. Yeah, see, that's 2016. Yeah, I think that's when it started, 2016. So I went from script, Litecoin, a little bit of Bitcoin, script. Zcash came out, was one of the first few to jump on it. Did some videos on it. It pumped and crashed just like any new token that launches, all the way down to $34. Mined a bunch of it. And I think I actually sold here in 2018. So yeah, a portion of it in 2018, and then I sold some more in May, somewhere in one of these pumps right here. But I mean, if you look at it now, it's just like, like look at that. Compared to where it used to be, very sad. But that's crypto. That's why I say focus on the top tokens to avoid getting wrecked. Because any meme coin has a chance of doing very well, but it also has a chance of just wrecking all of your money. So yeah, right, October, September, it blows up. I miss my chance, so I switch and I pivot. Look at where we are, man. Look at where we are. Holy crap. This is crazy. Yeah, $100 Bitcoin. It was over $100. I remember that. Look at where we are. I mean, when you zoom out, it just puts everything into perspective for me. Like, I am not concerned. As I told many people and even the wifey, crypto's the only place you can lose tens of thousands of dollars and still be okay. It'll be fine. Hang in there. But I hope, you know, other companies that moved away from the U.S. come back. But I think they want assurances, right? Because right now, 4 years, this president might be pro-crypto and supportive of the crypto industry at large, or blockchain technology at large, or energy and proof of work at large. But after they leave office, is the next president to come in, executive order this shit, and then get rid of a bunch of stuff, and then now they got to run again. Like, I'm pretty sure they were like, we want to stay here long term. We don't want to move. We want to work with regulators. We want to work with politicians. We want to work with the administration, not having to be fearful of our lives or our business or our reputation. They want long-term deals. So that's hopefully in the works. We'll see. Bitcoin to the rescue. Sailor says the EU will need Bitcoin amid Euro woes. All right, let's not sugarcoat it. We know that the EU right now has got a serious problem on its hands. Whether you like it or not, the Ukraine-Russia situation is impacting a lot of countries and individuals. Whether you believe we should or shouldn't is irrelevant. The point is, it's putting a lot of stress on the EU. Can the EU pivot to Bitcoin to help compete with rising inflation and help stabilize the financial ecosystem? That's what Michael Saylor is doing, or saying, is Europe is going to need Bitcoin. Michael Saylor, 2025. With rising debt, inflation, and financial centralization, a digital euro, or CBDC, set for launch 2025, Bitcoin is not just an option, it's the alternative. The question is not if, but when Europe will realize it. And I believe the EU has been pivoting its stance on crypto to be a little bit more understanding, to kind of open it up and support blockchain technology and stuff like that. But we'll see. The FOMC meeting was positive, right? After Jerome Powell did what they did this week, we actually did pretty good. But recent weakening of the euro occurred after the Fed decided to keep interest rates steady. These rates have remained between 4.25 and 4.5 since December. However, Jerome Powell reportedly suggested a possibility of a 50 basis point rate cut before the end of 2025. So everybody's saying we're only going to have one rate cut, right? Again, just to remind everybody, rate cut, price go up, rates go up, not rate cut, but rate increase, price go down, steady or pause, price choppy. So we have one rate cut this entire year. And there's other things that Jerome Powell and the Fed can do to kind of like stir up the market. And they did it this week. And they did a great job. We're still locked in a range as far as crypto goes, but they instilled some confidence, and that's good. So if we have one rate cut and it's 50 basis points, that could be a catalyst as well. I'm sure there'll be other indicators. I would recommend the Traveling Trader. Really cool Boricua. I don't like him just because he's Puerto Rican. I like him because he's good. He's got sound fundamentals and he knows his shit. But the Traveling Trader, pretty good. He talks mostly about stocks, but the information you're obtaining from the stocks, the trades, the puts, the calls, can carry over into crypto or any chart if you understand it. Really good guy. Haven't talked to K-Dub in a while. Hopefully I see them at one of the other conventions. I like them as well. Tom Crown, for all your TA stuff. But yeah, I think the importance of what the Fed's doing, the importance of what the government's doing, the importance of how they respond, and even this situation with the tariffs has ripple effects on crypto at large. So we'll see how things go. The central bank is under pressure from President DJT to cut interest rates, claiming that this is a proper course of action. The greenback has increased the relation to other cryptocurrencies or other currencies, particularly the euro, as a result of the rally in U.S. stocks and bonds brought on by these dovish U.S. sentiment. That's the move that Jerome Powell did this week. But yeah, I think the whole world's going to need Bitcoin. It just sucks. I don't want all the centralized entities, the big banks and the various countries and their governments and stuff like that to gobble up all the Bitcoin. I want the Bitcoin to be in the hands of the people, with the governments or countries having supplemental supply, right? To bolster its economy, to bolster its dollar, its euro, its yen, whatever it is. But mostly in the hands of the people as it was designed to be. But either way, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. This is very good news for us crypto miners. Bitcoin, Dogecoin in the clear after SEC says crypto mining doesn't violate securities law. This is a doubly good thing. It was clarified the rules for fast-moving industry. The regulator said that mining operations do not need to register their actions as they do not involve the offer and sale of securities. Now, I'm not sure if you remember, but we talked about it a while back where some of these farms were given a document that they needed to fill out and submit back to basically register with some government entity, state, local, federal, whatever, what they're doing, how they're doing it, what they're making a day, their electric consumption, amount of Bitcoin or whatever token they mine a day. Like, really invasive to your business stuff. And I'm hoping this opens it up to where they stopped that form. So before this all happened, before what I'm reading to you all happened, they did stop the form. Like, you do not have to fill that out. We're wrong. We're sorry. But I think this is just going to make it a little bit easier, a little bit less stressful on the entities. Now, there are some large-scale operations out there mining crypto that definitely should be working with their local, state, federal representatives and making sure everything's above board. But small-scale miners, having to report every single thing they do, no. Securing crypto networks have been a controversial issue in the past, with the SEC under previous administration declared that proof-of-stake blockchains like Ethereum and Solana, where crypto holders passively earn returns by pledging coins or tokens to a network, could satisfy the Howey test. Under U.S. law, an asset passes the Howey test and meets the definition of a security if it is an investment of money in a common enterprise from which there is an expectation of profit based on the enterprise's efforts. Technically, yes, we're mining crypto based on the opportunity to take profits in the future. But I don't know. This is above my head. Maybe you guys can explain it better. I don't know how to articulate it. Is what I'm trying to say here. It is an investment in hardware, right? We're buying these miners and this equipment to mine said token, to accumulate said token, to then take profits later on or immediately after transaction or in the future. So I could see why it would, but no. Major cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and Litecoin all run off the proof-of-work blockchains. For such a blockchain to function, computers around the world race to solve mathematical problems, blah, blah, blah. Proof-of-work requires miners, which are typically large. We already know what these are, but some people try to mine the asset alone, like solo mining with Dogecoin and others. Less valuable cryptocurrencies proving easier to mine than Bitcoin, like Retro Mike, who's mined many solo blocks. As proof of work miners are rewarded with digital coins, the SEC said it wanted to clear up whether or not this would constitute dealing with securities. According to the regulator, as a miner, expectation to receive rewards is not derived from any third-party managerial or entrepreneurial efforts upon which the network success depends. It does not come under the SEC's jurisdiction. By adding its computational resources to the network, the miner merely is engaging in an administrative or ministerial activity to secure the network, validate transactions, and add new blocks and receive rewards, the SEC said. The regulator did not mention any specific coins or networks by name, but Bitcoin and Doge were the two largest proof-of-work tokens by total market cap, with both sitting at the top of the 10 coins by that metric. Ethereum originally ran on proof of work, but then transitioned to proof of stake. And if we go over to, mining pool stats, yeah, sure enough, top two coins up there quite a bit. We got 945 exahash on Bitcoin and 2.4 petahash on Dogecoin. 2.43 on Litecoin, but a lot of that's merge mine, and only 1.5 exahash on Bitcoin Cash. So we shall see. What's up with FriendCoin? Why is that so high? 6.49 gigahash? 6 gigahash. What the really? Really? Okay. Really? Okay. Yes, well. Yes, well. Ravencoin's at 5.96 terahash. Why is that at 6.49 gigahash? Anyways, I'm getting distracted. Shiny things, shiny objects. Yeah. So this is good news for proof of work or crypto mining as a whole. Period. End of discussion. Proof of work crypto mining doesn't trigger securities law, says the SEC. And I like this lady, by the way. Hester Pierce. They've been on our side since before when they were with Gary Gensler. So we'll see how that goes. Are they talking about it? Let me see if they're talking about it. Hang on one second. I'm going to listen to this video. They're selling Selling some bid axes. Actually, let's go see here. Block space, block space, block space. Where's block space? I don't think that's it. Maybe it's this one. Maybe not. I don't know. Could have swore I saw it somewhere. Anyways. It's good news still. Everything's good news. We just need the price appreciation to go up. So I'm sure you guys, at least people of this channel, are aware. North Korea, Link Lazarus Group holds more Bitcoin than Elon Musk. Lazarus is they're pretty good, guys. They're pretty good. Yeah. You know, North Korea, state-sponsored hacking group Lazarus has done a lot, and I'm not sure what their plans are in the future, but they're pretty good, and they are on various countries and administrations' radars. That's all I gotta say. They are definitely on there. But yeah. Last month, Lazarus Group attacked Bybit, draining 1.4 billion in Ether, some of which has been converted into Bitcoin. Despite Tesla's significant Bitcoin holdings, it has been overshadowed by North Korea's hacker group. Woo! I don't think Tesla or Elon even cares. And we knew Lazarus was going to, if you have an opening, they're going to attack. If you're a large company, large organization, economic power, regional power, if you're not on your P's and Q's, they will exploit the crap out of you, and you will feel very violated. Coinbase is in advanced talks to buy derivatives venue Durbit. That's pretty cool to me because I use 3 commas. Durbit and Coinbase are 2 different things. So if you like options and stuff like that, use Durbit. If you like regular trading, Coinbase, if you're in the US, or there's other options as well, whichever exchange you want. But acquiring that would be pretty cool. We'll see how that goes. Now we're going to chill out, hang out. Don't forget that Mind Disrupt is in 3 days, and I hope to see you there. If you haven't gotten your tickets already, please check out the link down in the description of this video on YouTube to go ahead and buy your tickets. There's also Bitcoin conference tickets, which are continuing to go up every Friday. So make sure to go and grab your tickets if you haven't done so already. If you use the link in the channel, it greatly helps support the channel. Not only that, it will tell the venue, hey, you should continue to support this channel or Vega, SerpentX Tech, and the future. And I greatly appreciate it. Small channel, but doing everything I can to continue to grow and continue to bring you guys content. May not be the latest and greatest, but I appreciate your patience and appreciate you watching and liking the video. So yeah, I hope to see you at Mind Disrupt. We're going to be live streaming at the Terra hosting booth. I don't know if we're doing both days, but maybe one day. Just stay tuned. Can't talk much about it, but I'm looking forward to seeing many vendors out there, many people communicating, having a good time, having a few drinks. Hopefully I feel better, and then bringing you guys some great content on various equipment models and updates in the future. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you get subscribed to the channel if you're not already. That content will be rolling out next week as soon as I can. I'll still have my regular content rolling out, but I'm just going to be point and shoot, upload, point, shoot, upload. The internet there sucked last time, but we're in a new location. We're at the Broward County Convention Center. So maybe it's better internet, better overall. We'll see how things go. I haven't been to this facility, but I definitely am bringing the wife. Going to be hanging out with the guys and their loved ones, and I look forward to checking you out. They're going to have food, drinks, VIP, private parties that you can register for. If you go to the various links, you can actually register for it. They got some pretty cool people talking. Obviously, some people from the administration or DJT's office, as well as key members in the crypto mining scene. Here are some of the parties that you can sign up for if you are interested. Of course, when they're oversold, they're probably going to wind up siphoning off some people, moving them to other arenas and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll see how things go. And I look forward to meeting and hanging out with you guys. I will have some stickers from Crypto Miner Bros, so make sure you come up to me and grab some stickers at the event. Meanwhile, I already have a redirect for you guys. We're going to head you guys over to Red Panda Mining if you're on YouTube. But right now, I'm going to watch this video right here. Is this the 22nd? Today's the 22nd, 12 p.m. We're going to watch this video right here. And then hang out until Red Panda goes live. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please at me or send a super chat if you can afford to do so. And yeah, let's just chill and watch this video. Before I continue, I do want to say thank you very much for stopping by. Please hit that like button. If you leave while we're watching the video, please hit that like button. Please consider subscribing, hit the notification bell. Check out the links in the description to help support the channel, and just have yourself a wonderful day. Take care of yourself and do what's best for you and your family first, always, before you go out trying to help other people. You can't help others if you can't fix yourself. If you got problems and your shit's all jacked up and you're out there trying to help others, you're just going to mess it up. Fix you, then help others. I tend to help everybody, but sometimes that gets me in trouble, and sometimes I overextend myself. So that's a lesson I learned from experience. But good luck to you. Take care of yourself and your family. Much love, much appreciation. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and chill out. And that's just in case you guys leave. Otherwise, hang tight until Red Panda goes live. We got it! Come on.
Today, the first Solana Futures ETF hit markets. President Trump addresses the Digital Asset Summit in New York City.
Oh, yeah, that was big news, too.
And Michael Anderson of Framework Ventures discusses recent regulatory advancements for crypto in the U.S. and what they mean for the industry.
Solana ETF, forget about that.
Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Brandon Gomez. Major cryptocurrencies heading lower this morning after the Federal Reserve kept interest rates unchanged on Wednesday, while indicating that reductions are likely in store for later in the year. As of noon Eastern, Bitcoin remained pretty much flat, trading above $84,600. That's after breaking through the $86,000 level this morning. Solana dropped more than 2.5% as the first Solana Futures ETF hit markets today. The new ETF, launched by Volatility Shares, comes as issuers await SEC decisions on spot Solana ETFs. Meanwhile, the XRP token fell more than 4.5% the day after the company's CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, announced the SEC is dropping its case against the company after more than 4 years. Immediately following the announcement, XRP soared, with the token climbing 14% as of noon yesterday. The development comes as the SEC moves quickly to reverse much of the enforcement action taken against the crypto industry by the previous administration. That includes ending cases against several crypto companies, including Coinbase, scaling back its crypto enforcement unit, and declaring most meme coins are not securities. Tomorrow, the newly formed SEC Crypto Task Force will kick off a roundtable series. The first one will focus on defining the security status of digital assets.
Huge wins, guys, huge wins.
Let's talk about some of the other top stories. President Trump addressed attendees of the Digital Asset Summit this morning, saying that America is now poised to become the crypto capital of the world. It was the first time a sitting president addressed a crypto conference. In a video message, the president touted his recent moves related to crypto, including his executive order creating a strategic Bitcoin reserve. The order, signed earlier this month, also established a U.S. digital asset stockpile managed by the Treasury Department, which holds other confiscated cryptocurrencies. The president said that the move would allow the federal government to maximize the value of its holdings instead of, quote, foolishly selling them for a fraction of their long-term value. He went on to say that his administration is ending what he called the last administration's regulatory war on crypto, adding that he has urged Congress to pass landmark legislation which would create simple, common-sense rules for stablecoins and market structure.
With the right legal framework, institutions large and small will be liberated to invest, innovate, and take part in one of the most exciting technological revolutions in modern history. It's so big, it's, I think, as big as you can get. Pioneers like you will be able to improve our banking and payment system and promote greater privacy, safety, security, and wealth for American consumers and businesses alike. You will unleash an explosion of economic growth, and with the dollar-backed stablecoins, you'll help expand the dominance of the U.S. dollar and many, many years to come, it'll be at the top, and that's where we want to keep it. We only want to keep it at the top, always.
Next, South Korean prosecutors.
I do want to say something. It's so funny because you can see when DJT is reading off the teleprompter, and then he goes off on his little expats, right? We want to keep it at the top, only at the top, or I believe it's huge, or as huge as it could be. Like, you could see where he's reading the teleprompter and then he goes off and adds his other words. It's funny to me. I'm sorry.
Are investigating local crypto exchange BitHum. That's according to the outlet YTN, which today reported that the exchange allegedly provided company money to its former CEO and current advisor to purchase an apartment. The report says its headquarters in Seoul was searched in connection to the alleged $2 million embezzlement. We reached out to BitHum but didn't hear back right away. However, according to a different local news outlet, a BitHum representative confirmed some of the allegations and said that the former CEO returned all the money he had borrowed. Last, a new survey reveals institutional investors.
Is it BitHum or BitThumb? I thought it was BitThumb. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Let's see, is it down? Dun, 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 dun. Translate to English, damn you. I can't read it. I can't read it. English. Yeah, I think that's a warning. Something happened. So obviously they got raided. I didn't know that. That's a big exchange in South Korea.
To amp up allocations in 2025. This research out this week from Coinbase and EY Parthenon found that 83% of the 352 firms surveyed plan to increase their exposure to crypto this year. The survey found that increased investor interest is partly driven by the belief that more regulatory clarity will be the catalyst that unlocks a new wave of opportunities in the space, especially as it pertains to custody. On the flip side, the currently vague regulatory landscape is considered one of the main challenges facing the industry. A significant majority of surveyed investors said they plan to allocate more than 5% of their assets under management to crypto this year. The global survey was conducted in January and notes that nearly 3/4 of firms already hold cryptocurrencies other than Bitcoin and Ether, with XRP and Solana being the most popular. All right, turning to crypto venture.
Team JFK says, my non-crypto co-workers have been buying XRP, asking me why I don't own any. They're usually using Robinhood, Coinbase, or something like that. And while I have a little bit of XRP, I know a lot of people that went pretty deep into XRP, which I don't agree with, but maybe it will pay off for them. You know, maybe their $5,000 investment will turn into 10 or 20, and congratulations to them. But I like to be diversified, and I just don't like XRP because they want to centralize their system, their setup, their cryptocurrency. I want more decentralized ecosystem, free for all. They're trying to work specifically with banks. They're not so much for retail investors, but more for banks, businesses, and stuff like that. So two different mindsets, but it could work, right? There's a niche for them, and there's a niche for us. Speaking of which, is our boy, Red Panda. You can see my buddy Rabbit Mining showing up every time I search YouTube. But it looks like we got an unboxing of the Volk Miner D1 Mini. Nice. Let's see if he's live yet. Looks like he might be live. So I'm going to send you guys on over to there. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. You guys have yourself a great day wherever you are in the world. I hope to feel better. Hope this pain right here and here goes away. And to see you at Mind Disrupt 2025. Do me a favor on the way out. Hit that like button. Get subscribed. Hit notification bell to stay up to date, as well as check out additional links in the description to help support the channel and what we do here. And I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.
You definitely got to come to Mining Disrupt, the largest mining-focused conference. It's pretty dang awesome.
It's a great opportunity for the people.
Let's go out and make some money with it.
Get engaged, defend the industry,